right, good morning everyone and welcome back to Math Quest. Today we're going to be graphing some linear inequalities. Let's take a look at our inequality here. Y is less than negative 2x minus 1. What I want you to look at is that it's already written in the slope-intercept form, and that's what we want because it's going to make it easier for us to graph. For now, I want you to think of that inequality as an equal sign just to help us graph it. Okay, just to help us graph it, but don't forget that it's not really an equal sign. Okay, so the negative 1 here, that is my y-intercept. So I'm going to go to my graph and graph that right now. Negative 1. Okay, I need to grab a pencil. There we go. Negative 1. Now from that point, look at my slope, negative 2. It's just like having negative 2 over 1, rise over run, remember. So 1, 2, 1. Down 2 over 1. Down 2 over 1. Here I ran out of space, but you could also do it the other way, going up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1. Now, you really just need 3 or 4 points, and then you can go ahead and put a line through it. But stop right there. Before you put a line through it, I want to decide, am I really going to put a solid line through this? Or am I going to put a dashed line through this? Well, I go back and I look right here at my inequality. What is that inequality? Is it a less than or equal to sign or just a less than? It's a less than sign. So therefore, I do not create a solid line. I'm going to create a dashed line. So just a dashed line through here. Oops, I'm trying to do it straight. I already started off crooked, but you get the points here, right? So there's my line. Notice I already divided my coordinate plane into 2 sides, but I still don't know where my values are. Where are my values? Are they on this side? Are they on that side? Well, one thing I know for sure is that my values are not on the line because of my inequality. It says that my y values are less than, okay, less than what's on here on this line. So therefore, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick 2 random values from either side of my coordinate plane. What I like to do is always pick the origin. Always pick the origin unless my line is going through the origin. These are the ones that I want to pick because it's easier to solve. So I'm going to plug my origin in 0, 0, which is 0 is less than negative 2 times 0 minus 1, which essentially is just 0 is less than negative 1. Is that statement true? Is 0 less than negative 1? No, it is not true. That statement is false. Since that statement is false and my origin is up here, that means that my values are not here because the statement is false. My values are here. So therefore, I finish answering this by shading this entire region just like this. Okay, just shade it all. That means that my values are all right here. Any of those values make my statement true. That means that my answers are all right here. Okay, let's take a look at another example. So here's our next example. Now take a look at my inequality. 2x plus y is less than or equal to 4. Notice it's not written in slope-intercept form, and I want to write it that way. I want to rewrite it so that it's easier to graph. So let's go ahead and do that. Well, what it is that I want to get the y by itself, so I'm going to subtract the, I'm going to subtract the 2x from this side, and I subtract the 2x from this side. So what that really gets me, the y by itself. So y is less than or equal to negative 2x plus 4. Why is it plus 4? Because that 4 right there is positive, so it is plus 4 because of that. Here we go. So the first thing I see is that my y-intercept right here, it is 4, and that's always my starting point. So I find positive 4, and put a dot right there. From that point, there's my slope. It's a -2. So I'm going to go down 1, 2 over 1. 1, 2 over 1, 1, 2 over 1, and so forth. Now, in this case, I have a less than or equal to sign. Because of that bar underneath, that means that this is going to be a solid line. So let's put a line, a solid line, all the way through this right here. Okay? Now, my values. Once again, it means that my values are going to be either on this side of the coordinate plane or this side. Remember, pick 0, 0 to find out. So therefore, if I put 0 there, less than or equal to, if I put a 0 here, it makes that whole thing 0, so it leaves 4 behind. So the question becomes, is 0 less than or equal to 4? Well, it's not equal to 4, but it is less than 4. Since it is less than 4 and makes my statement true, then my values are on this side, and this is the side that I shade completely. Okay? So I hope you have a better understanding of how to graph these linear inequalities and how to shade the proper region on the coordinate plane. Until next time, see you back on Math Quiz. Goodbye.